Sir Iain Duncan Smith is with me, former Conservative Party leader, Cabinet Minister and Conservative MP for Chingford and Woodford Green, of course. Front page of the Express, Sir Iain, we can't afford to panic. Are we panicking at the moment? Good morning.
Well, I have a slight worry. Yes, good morning. My worry is, looking at this, is that we've got to learn at some point. We've got to come to terms with the idea that COVID is going to be with us. And COVID is going to come back in different forms, much like flu does. I mean, here we are in 2021, and we still get every now and then bouts of what we used to call Spanish flu from 1918. So we're going to have this going on. What we can't afford to do, I think, is to go into this mentality that gets into a kind of panic, and then lockdown. We're going to have a stop-start economy, which will destroy us and destroy lots of people's well-being. So we've got to get a balance on this. And we seem, I think, to have lost it. Number one, and I really do normally agree with Professor Gupta, and I do now, but number one is that we do have vaccinations. We do have vaccines. We didn't have those last year. That completely changes the game. Number two, we know now that we have vaccinated something close to 70% with at least one dose of all adults. And then we look at the figures, and I was told yesterday, listening to it, that some saying, "Oh, well, we don't know all the details of this particular strain. We know it's likely to be slightly more infectious, at least, but we don't know whether it causes any more severe results." But then, of course, if you balance that against the fact that the daily figures show that the death rates have fallen dramatically, and of course, critically, hospitalizations are at a very, very low level. Yeah. That tells us, that Professor Gupta and others will say, is that the virus is being contained by the number of people that have been vaccinated. So that's the key difference. And we've now got to get a balance in all of this, I think.
Do you wish, though, that the Prime Minister had closed the borders to 20,000 people who might have had this new variant, which is causing all this debate and, who knows, possible damage in a health sense? In the future, do you wish he'd just closed the borders earlier? Because this is it's a very virulent criticism coming his way now, and that is justified, isn't it? Because he delayed.
Well, I'm again with Professor Gupta on this one. I mean, we are not. I don't think we should be isolating ourselves from everywhere of the rest of the world for the rest of every time there's every variant that you think might be coming. And remember, a lot of these people coming back were British citizens returning home. And that is a key point.
Well, a bit like Australia and New Zealand. But
we're not Australia. We're not New Zealand.
Well,
we have an economy that's dramatically
had any deaths there. That's the only thing.
Yes, but at some stage, without the vaccinations, they're going to have to open up again. And the reality here is that what we've managed to do, thanks to the work, to be fair to the Prime Minister, is getting vaccines well ahead of everybody else and getting people vaccinated. And this is the key point. Let's just really get the balance right on all this. We saw the South Africa variant, and we were again in a panic about that. And we were told, and that, by the way, was likely to be more able to beat the vaccine. And that, we thought, was exponentially increasing, which it was. And then suddenly it stopped, and then it declined dramatically. We don't hear about it anymore. And I was talking to an epidemiologist 2 days ago, and they said that's because the vaccinations are shutting off the avenues for these things to spread. And you'll probably, they said, see something along the same lines with this. It will spread into the areas where people haven't had vaccines, but it will meet those that have, and it will not be able to spread anymore. And so we've got to have a base. Yes, I agree, get more people vaccinated. Absolutely, obviously. But the key is we've got to have a bit of faith in the vaccines here, and I think we've done pretty well.
Foreign holiday for you this summer or not? Not too many green list countries, and Boris Johnson is talking about how the green list is not going to grow very fast, very quickly.
No, I'm not going abroad this year, not because I have any fears about going abroad particularly. It's just that I've decided really that there's lots of things I can do at home and lots of things that got to be done. So I'm going to stick around in the UK.
So not a health consideration. You just don't feel like it.
No, I don't go abroad an awful lot anyway. I think there's an awful lot going on. I love Scotland. I love going to parts of the UK because this is a great country with so much variation. And I think for years and years, too many people have thought, "Gosh, we've got to get to a foreign countries." But actually, the UK is just the most wonderful country to live in, and I think we should get to know it better. But that's my personal view.
Okay, you'll take the Morgan up there, wouldn't you?
I would love to take them all out with the top down and go away for a long time.
Okay, well, you've got to protect your bonnet, the barnet.
No, I don't have a problem with that.
Take care of yourself, Sir Iain Duncan Smith, former Conservative Party leader. 9.